All right, let's just get right into it. The date is January 22nd, 2026. And if you think the AI bubble is about to burst, well, you're missing the real story completely. See, it's not bursting, no way. It's being paved over with trillions of dollars in actual concrete and silicon. We are watching a full-blown industrial revolution unfold in real time.
And that quote right there, that's from Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos. And it just hits the nail on the head. The entire conversation has shifted. AI isn't some fancy tech luxury anymore. It's being treated like the electrical grid, like running water. It's becoming a fundamental, non-negotiable national utility.
And we're not talking about small-time investments here. The projected spending on this global build-out is a staggering $2 trillion. So we've moved way beyond just betting on the next hot software company. This is about industrial-scale spending. It's about building the actual physical foundations for what people are now calling a sentient economy, an economy where intelligence is literally woven into the physical world around us. So what does that really mean? Well, for the last couple of years, everyone's been obsessed with the algorithms, right? The models, the software. But now, the entire game has flipped. It's all about the physical world. We're talking about massive energy grids, liquid-cooled data centers, and the specialized silicon needed to power the whole shebang. It's a move from abstract code to heavy industry.
And Jensen Huang, he laid out this great framework. He calls it the 5-layer cake of AI infrastructure. It's brilliant. It starts at the bottom with pure energy. Then you build up with chips, the cloud, the models themselves, and right at the top, the apps that we all interact with. And what's so fascinating is that this isn't just a tech roadmap. It's the new playbook for global competition. It's not enough to have the smartest model anymore. It's a race to control the entire stack. This is the new game of sovereign AI.
So let's break down this new supply chain and just look at the players involved. At the very bottom, in Layer 1, you've got tech giants like Meta and Microsoft literally getting into the energy business. Then you move up to the chip battleground, where Nvidia is king. You keep going up, you see the cloud giants, the big model makers like OpenAI, and finally, the apps that run our businesses. It is a complete top-to-bottom industrial effort. But here's the part that might really blow your mind, the economic twist. You know, the common fear is that AI is coming for all the jobs. But the reality of building all this infrastructure, it's creating a massive boom for skilled blue-collar labor. The people actually building these data centers, we're talking electricians, plumbers, construction workers, they're seeing 6-figure salaries. They're on the absolute front line of the AI revolution. Now let's zoom in on that second layer, the chips. This is the bedrock. This is the hardware that the entire stack is built on. And man, is it a battlefield. This is where the most intense geopolitical and technical fights are happening. We're going to look at how Nvidia's trying to stay on top and how a new challenger is rising fast.
So this is Nvidia's next big move, the Rubin platform. And let me tell you, this is not just another GPU. It's a whole synchronized system with 6 different chips working together. The secret sauce is something they call spatial multi-threading. So think of it this way. Instead of having a bunch of tasks waiting in line to use the same tool, this tech gives every single task its own dedicated toolbox. It lets them treat the entire data center as one giant supercomputer. The result? A tenfold leap in performance. It's a move designed to build a moat so wide nobody can cross it. But at the very same time, China is making some absolutely incredible moves. A domestic company, More Threads, just did something amazing. They successfully ran a massive trillion-parameter model completely on their own, homegrown hardware. Now, are they beating Nvidia on every metric? No. But on a key one, basically how quickly the AI can understand your initial request, they're competitive. And this is a huge deal. It's proof that China is successfully building its own self-sufficient AI ecosystem, one that can survive just fine without Western tech. Okay, let's shift gears now. We've been in these massive data centers, but what about the device that's sitting in your pocket? Because the biggest news on the consumer front is an absolute bombshell from Apple. After years of kind of playing it safe, they are finally going all in on chatbots, and it could change everything about how we use our phones. The project's codename is Campos. And look, this isn't just another Siri update. This is a complete teardown and rebuild. The Siri we know is reportedly being replaced in iOS 27 with a full-on conversational AI. You could even say this is Apple basically waving the white flag and admitting, okay, you guys were right, chatbots are the future. So how are they going to pull this off so fast? Well, get this. they're partnering with their biggest rival. Apple is reportedly paying Google $1 billion a year to use its Gemini models to power the whole thing. It's a super pragmatic move. Apple is essentially saying, look, giving our users the best performance is more important than keeping it all in-house right now. So why does this matter so much? Because Campus isn't going to be just another app you download. No, it's going to be baked right into the iPhone's DNA. It'll be able to see what's on your screen for context, and it'll be able to perform complex tasks across all your different apps. The potential disruption here is huge. I mean, think about it. If the AI assistant built into your phone is that good, are you ever going to open a separate ChatGPT app again? This is Apple's play to create a brand new kind of monopoly on our phones, an intelligence monopoly. So with all this stuff moving at lightning speed, you can bet governments are scrambling to keep up. But what's really fascinating is that we're seeing two completely different approaches, two different philosophies on how to regulate AI. So first up, you've got South Korea. They just put the world's first big AI safety law into effect. But this is not some heavy-handed crackdown. It's actually incredibly pro-business. They're giving companies a 1-year grace period. They've set up support desks. They're essentially handing companies a rulebook and saying, here's how you can innovate safely. Go for it. And then you've got the United States. And here, the rules aren't being written by regulators. They're being hammered out in courtrooms. This landmark lawsuit against a hiring platform is the perfect example. The company is being sued for allegedly using AI to create these secret talent profiles on job candidates. So this one lawsuit could end up defining the rules for everyone. Instead of a clear rulebook, the US is figuring it out one legal battle at a time. So you really see the split here, right? South Korea is focused on promoting innovation with clear, proactive rules. The US is focused on protecting consumers through slower, case-by-case litigation. It's really a tale of two systems, and it's creating totally different environments for AI companies to grow in. Okay, so we've covered the infrastructure, the chips, the apps, even the regulations. So let's bring it all back down to earth. How is all this stuff actually being used in the real world right now? Because we are way past theory. This is about practical adoption in some of the most high-stakes industries you can imagine. I mean, just look at the range here. In motorsports, you've got AI making real-time race strategy calls. On factory floors, humanoid robots are sorting parts. It's being used for everything from disaster warnings in healthcare to autonomous payments in finance. That sentient economy we talked about, it's not some far-off concept, it's arriving as we speak. And the sheer scale is just staggering. Let's take that Formula One example. The Mercedes team is processing over 1 million data points per second from each car. That's AI making millisecond decisions in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Over in manufacturing, people are calling this the ChatGPT moment for robotics. That Atlas robot from Boston Dynamics isn't just a cool YouTube video anymore. It's being deployed in actual warehouses, trying to solve real labor shortages, and unlocking a market that's estimated to be worth $38 billion. And of course, you just have to follow the money. A brand new AI lab, a lab that doesn't even have a product yet, just raised nearly $500 million in seed funding. That tells you just how much of a premium investors are willing to pay for top-tier talent to build whatever comes next. So where does all this leave us? Well, January 2026 really feels like the moment the hype died down and the industrial reality kicked in. We've seen that AI is now a $1 trillion infrastructure project, it's a national security issue, and it's becoming a heavily scrutinized industry. Which brings us to the one final crucial question we should all be thinking about. If AI really is the new electricity, who gets to control the switch?